All right, we will call the park board meeting to order. We'll have a call, or a roll call, please.
Barry,
Here.
Steve,
Here.
Brad. Here. Corey.
Here.
Shand is absent. David.
Here.
All right, let's move into approval of the minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve when you're ready. Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Moved and second, any discussion? Discussion, roll call vote.
Barry,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Brad. Yes. Corey,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Okay, financials?
I didn't, normally I prepare a report. I didn't, I just, last week or so, it's been tough being in the office, just lots of stuff to get busy outside. We did, oil checks are still right around that $7,000 mark, which is a little up from what it has been, but not the $10,000 we got all year last year. And then the other thing with finances is the online reservation system. Every day we get making reservations on all of the sites that are online. Little Egypt's full for the 4th of July, almost full for Memorial Day. Blacktail's 75% full for the 4th of July. Coteray and Epping are over 50% full for the 4th of July, and then just all year long. Every day we're getting reservations, people coming in. So it's working good. And the biggest thing, like I've said all along, I don't know what the biggest thing, the best thing for me is just not dealing with cash. You know, it went from, you know, literally dealing with, you know, throughout the summer, $50,000, $60,000 in cash to now will be really, really like under $5,000 for sure. So that is the biggest thing in my mind moving forward, but I think that's it for finance. Everything else, the financial reports in your packet.
Okay, any question on the finances? All right, new business?
First thing on there is the ratification of the easement of the right-of-way contract. I'll let Karen handle that one.
Yep, good morning. Back in 2002, Williams County Commission approved a right-of-way, an easement and right-of-way contract in favor of Northwest Communications Cooperative Route in Blacktail, but it was actually the park board that actually owned that property, so it's really the park board should have done that. Well, a couple years ago, we entered into an agreement with Northwest Communications for them to donate a building to us, and at that time, that agreement said that we confirm this, but I thought it would be better to actually have something on the record that's recorded in the recorder's office saying that we, the park board, ratifies this contract with Northwest Communications. So I'm just asking for approval and authorize the chair to sign this ratification of this easement in favor of NCC.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? Discussion, roll call vote.
Does the motion also say authorize the chairman to sign?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Steve,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next thing on there, trucks from Weed Control. Weed Control bought 2 new trucks this year. They are rotating 2 trucks out. We are, our long-term capital purchasing project or whatever, we were not scheduled to buy a truck this year. I've bought trucks each of the last 2 years. But I've also, in the last couple of years, lost 2 trucks. One to an accident, and the other one to just end of its life. So they got 2 trucks. I have $30,000 in my equipment purchasing budget. I need to buy a mower this year. I don't know what Weed's selling them the trucks for. One of them's a 2010 with just over 80,000 miles, and the other one's either a 2011 or a 2009. I don't remember. With just over 80,000 miles. Both of them are F-350s. You know, Dean, who's worked on them all, Dean the mechanic worked on them all along, said they're in good shape. I don't believe I need 2 trucks, but I could use one. But like I said, I have $30,000 in my budget. I think just quick blue booking the trucks. They came in at a little over $20,000 with me just guessing on what's in them and whatever. But given the choice, I'm buying a more. I need another more. So just wondering, just looking to see if I can go over that budgeted amount. More is going to cost me between $10,000 and $12,000. So I'm going to be right there. I don't think I'm going to go over by a lot, but I would, if I got this truck and a more, I would go over that $30,000 mark. But I could definitely use a truck.
Bo, do you think that the weed board would be generous and give it to the park board?
I could certainly ask them, I mean, or super cheap, or, I don't know from my discussion with Tom that they were not offered much to trade them or anything, because by year, they're cheap, but by use, they're in good shape. So, yeah, I could talk to them, see what they say.
3/4.
On my phone?
Well, could you use both of them, Jeremy, or
Yeah.
both? I think we find a way to get them both. I mean, this is crazy to go trade them for nothing,
Right.
even if we have to buy them.
We trade them off and then we go back and buy.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy to even let them go, because then if you have two, even if one of them gets parked for this summer, down the road, we see what's coming. You're gonna need them. So how can we go about doing that as far as the budget? Okay, I'll make a motion. We'll approve buying both of them. Do we need to say a top end number on it? Negotiate the best price and also be able to still buy the mower that is needed, so you're gonna go over in budget. Motion makes sense?
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Hi, it's the room. We're all here.
I'm not sure. Hi, Shanda.
Hi, thank you for calling.
How about we keep it by Beth? All right, thank you. Next
We'll
thing.
vote on this quick. Just so Shanda's aware, the motion is to approve the purchase of 2 used F-350s from the weed board, and then for Jeremy to purchase a mower. Was moved and seconded, so we'll move to a roll call vote, please.
Brad,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
Shanda,
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, bathroom cleaning proposal.
Attached in there is a proposal from the cleaning company we used last year. They did a really good job. It's not cheap though. They gave us a proposal to do it every other week or once a week, pretty much a 10% discount to do it every week. In discussing this with a member of the water board, they mentioned a company that they use that's they got quite a bit better price. So I'm really not sure where to move forward. They did a great job last year. I mean, there is no question it made a difference. But I also know that it's definitely not cheap. And if there's another option, I mean, maybe we should be looking at it. What? They were on time, and they worked on the days that I wanted. I picked out, strategically picked out days. They worked mostly Saturdays because my guys would make sure it was clean on Friday, and then if it was a rough night, Friday night, they'd come in on Saturdays and clean it. On holiday weekends, they came in on, like for example, on Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend, they came in on Sunday because same deal, like we kept it clean, we got it clean beforehand, and then on the weekends they came in and did it on Sunday after it's been through 2 days of being at the campground. I don't remember what day on the 4th of July was last year, but same deal. It was like they came in on this, you know, the 4th was on, I think, a Monday, and they came in on Saturday and Sunday and did that. So they're very accommodating, worked on, you know, and did a good job.
So it's basically $6,000 a month from June 1st-ish to,
Right before Memorial Day, so last weekend in May until September 15th. And then we did do it last year every other week, but then he gave a price. And I know he's just, his reasoning for wanting, you know, giving that option and 10% off if they did it every week was his ability to hire someone else to do it and keep them working rather than, you know, that was his reason why he gave a discount, hoping to get it once a month or once a week.
Well, just to give them kudos, you know, I was out there a couple of the mornings after. It was awesome. They did just a phenomenal job. And we're talking outhouses that you walked in. I think I said this last year. It smelled good.
And the fish.
So, I mean, I don't know how they did it, but, so I mean, I think 6,000 a month sounds pretty cheap to be able to give everybody that kind of service throughout all the parks.
that's for all the parks, correct?
Not McGregor. Right now we have all portables in McGregor, so they take care of those. I mean, and you know, the one, and I'm not gonna say it's close to that dollar amount, but the one deferred cost is I don't pay anyone to clean bathrooms on the weekend, where in prior years, I've always had someone that worked Saturday that drove around and did every bathroom all weekend long and didn't do near the job they did. I mean, they have a vac truck, they spray it and vac it, and I mean, it's just not the same as a guy walking through with a mop bucket.
I'll make a motion that we approve TNC cleaning for the 4 times a month on weekend cleanings, so we'll get the discount on it. Option 2 is what I'm looking at, yes.
I'll second that. I think it's good and important to have those nice, clean bathrooms.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Discussion, roll call vote.
Corey,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
Shanda,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Okay, ice machine proposal.
I've been working through a few different people to find vending in our parks for the and specifically with an ice machine. I found this company, Ice Kings. They've done this before. That's been the biggest difference between any of the other companies that I've found in this one. They've done this before. They don't need anything from us except for a space. They will take care of hiring an electrician. They will get pay their own electrical bill. They will get their own water line on there. The proposal that they've made is that they will, they'll take care of everything. They think they can have it up and ready to go in 2 weeks. Really think they can have the ice machine out there before Memorial Day. And for the first 2 months, $100 a month. And then after that, see what kind of business they're getting and then potentially up from there. But it's a risk-free and, you know, thing for us. In my mind, our goal is to provide the service. I don't feel like we're gonna make or break the parks by selling ice. But at Blacktail, that's the one he wanted to start at. He is interested in potentially going to Little Egypt after that, seeing how it goes once we get connected to rural water there. But going through, I think this is the venture we should look into. Like I said, he would pay $100 a month for the first 2 months, and after that, we'd renegotiate and see how he's doing. He's got an ice machine in town ready to go to move there. All you need to do is get an electrician out there and get a plumber out there, and he already has connections, so he thinks he can have it done before Memorial Day.
Do we need to provide a slab for it?
Nope.
Really?
We don't need to provide nothing. Hit Things on Wheels, he's already gone out there and looked at two or three different locations that he's comfortable with putting it on. His biggest thing is he just wants it visible so people can see it.
The only reason I think it's a great idea. I just thought maybe, we'd have to provide them like a 8x8 slab or something. I mean, there is.
Just north of the fire hall there. There's a slab there that this would fit. Mhm. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, but he said he has a few locations he'd be comfortable with. He said that's not a big deal. We'll make it work.
Blacktail's, I suppose, annual meeting, the big meeting is supposed to be tomorrow night at 7 PM at the library here in town.
Okay.
Okay, is there a motion to approve?
I would make a motion that we go with Ice Kings for the ice machine.
Okay, is there a second? Any discussion? Is there anything is this like a contract or just an agreement? I mean, nothing I need to sign? Karen, you think? Okay.
No, I mean, if we're gonna give them space, we need to have a lease agreement with them or something like
Okay.
that, so yes.
Okay. It is on wheels, yeah. Yep, they have a Williston. Yep, they're out of Williston.
Okay, motion on the floor is to approve this. Any discussion?
Do you want to make it to authorize the chairman to sign the lease agreement? If it gets done before next month, and then I'll just stamp it?
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay, who made the second? You're okay? All right, good to go. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Bo,
Yes.
Shanda? Shanda? Want to check your phone? She's still there.
So she's still there. Shanda, are you there? Hello?
David?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Corey?
Yes.
Okay, LG Sonic OHF grant?
We talked about this a little last month. Just want to give you an update. I am close to submitting the grant. The grant deadline's the end of this month. And then the week before our June meeting, they have the meeting where they discuss this grant. It's down in Beach. I'm going to go down and attend that. And if you submit the grant, you're expected to go down and present there. So I'll go down and present that. Again, it's an 80-20 grant. I'm asking, for $180,000 for a $200,000 project. So that grant's down then. I continue to work every person I know that's on that committee, Tyler Jacobson, and who's the Parks and Rec representative, the Game and Fish representative, the State Parks representative. Got a couple other ends I've worked. I just keep working them. I think it's a really neat project. I think it's something that we could be. Nowhere in North Dakota they use this product. They use it over in Minnesota in Moorhead. The Sugar Beet Company over there uses it for one of their reservoirs, and they love it. I've called probably eight references, and every one of them has nothing but positive things to say about it. So I'm hoping that they support this, and not only that, but maybe we can be the test study for our state. Like, hey, this works. So I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I'll be spending a day the week before our next meeting down in Beach to present to their committee on that grant.
Awesome.
And then I guess just to go along with that, we did start water testing. I got trained 2 weeks ago. Last week was the first time we did the water testing for all the tributaries. Got 3 tributaries into Epping Springbrook that I test. I'll be testing them once a week. I'll head out tomorrow morning and do that again. And then tomorrow afternoon, the Game and Fish is available on Mondays to use their boat, like I mentioned before. So I did talk to the sheriff. He's gonna let me use one of their boats tomorrow to take us out because we're gonna test their train. I won't actually be the one doing the water sampling. The Soil Conservation District does the boat water sampling. So, but the sheriff's department, I think Sergeant White's gonna take them out and to do the training on how to test the samples in the lake. So they'll do that tomorrow, and then after that, twice a month, Game and Fish will take the Soil Conservation District out on Mondays to do those water samples.
How quickly do you get the results back from the tests? Like, how fast do you know if there's,
2 days. Yep. So I send, like, last week I ship it. I go Wednesday. Like, Wednesday is the latest I guess I could go on Thursday. I go Wednesday. Have to be to Mondack Hardware. They have the UPS station before 3 o'clock, and then it gets to Bismarck the next day. And then I could get. I guess I did it on Wednesday, and I got results on Monday. So,
nice.
but they have to. These you have to take to the state lab. A bunch of they have 3, 4 different things they test for. So I don't know, got to mail them to the state lab. So, but all of that, even the shipping, we're paying for all of that. But that is all part of the grant or the program that we applied for before, where we'll get reimbursed for all that.
Okay, good.
We're just doing Epping Springbrook, but the Soil Conservation District is doing Blacktail. They already had that project beforehand. They've added because of that saltwater spill. So they've had that project going beforehand. That's funded through the Soil Conservation District. But Epping, because of our algae blooms, they've agreed to work on Epping Springbrook.
Coda Ray is fine.
Coda Ray has some of the nicest water in northwest North Dakota.
Okay.
Yep, it's a small watershed, and it's just a really, every time, Game and Fish tells me that every time, everyone, it's got a great ecosystem there. It's got great variety of species there. It's just a really nice body of water.
McGregor's good also.
McGregor's shallow, and that's its biggest problem. So it gets winter killed pretty regularly. It's just really small, but water quality's good. It's just really small and shallow is its issues.
Okay, June 30 concert at Blacktail.
I just wanted to mention this one specifically. We have our 5 concerts that we do at each park, and then the Blacktail Dam Association is going to it sponsors one event on the 4th of July, and then I was approached by another resident at Blacktail who wanted to do a concert on June 30th. They have a couple bands that are playing in July 1st at White Earth. And so they had some connections there, and they wanted to play them up at Blacktail. I just think I wanted to make sure you guys know, I think they're gonna make it into a pretty big event. They're gonna bring in, they've got 7 sponsors, and gonna be a pretty hefty bill to bring the band in, and they're gonna make a big event out of it, and they're gonna make it a fundraiser for veterans. Not free will offering, everyone that comes just donated, all donations go to veterans. But I think it's gonna be a pretty big event. I've already talked to the sheriff about it, so he's aware, knows what's going on, but they're gonna promote it really big and make it a big deal. I don't really I know one of the bands is that Judd Hoos. They've played a lot at Summer Nights on Main. The other one is Jessie G. I don't really know her, but apparently she's a pretty big recording artist.
She's with, no. She opens for one of the big country stars, female. No.
But yeah, so yeah, like when they were talking about the price they're paying for, it's, compared, we got $3,300 we're paying for the six nights that we already had. For these two acts, their asking price was 14,000. So, so I think it's gonna be a big deal. I just want to make sure you guys know. Like I said, I've been in touch with the sheriff. I make sure all our live events he knows about. But that one is, I mean, they're gonna blow that up into a big deal. So that's, I think, Friday. I think that's a Friday, June 30th. So should be I mean, it's always a busy weekend at Blacktail for the 4th of July. This year will be no different. But just want to let you know that that's going on. So we'll help them promote it and help them coordinate everything. So it should be a good event.
Okay. Moving into park updates.
Okay, park update, we will, well, first of all, we're mowing. I got 4 mowers going right now. When I'm done with this meeting, I'll be heading out to Blacktail to help them however I can. I got my staff. I have all of my staff started working except for 3. We have a resident at Blacktail who is gonna work for us this summer. Jerry Truckner is gonna work, so she'll start tomorrow. And then I have Nathan and McGregor, who has worked the last 5 summers. He will start on Monday, and then one other college student, Eleni Lovegren, she'll start on Monday as well. And we'll be at our full staff. I still am advertising a little bit up in that Tioga area. I would, if I could find someone else over there, I would hire them. So Barry, if you know someone. So if I could find someone over there, I would hire them. As far as this side of the county, I'm in good shape. I'm really excited. I got some guys back that have been with me, and the young people I got, I'm really excited about them. Both of them. I don't know Eleni very well, but the other 2, Jake Wilt and Jude Gudabon, I know both of those, and they're both really good kids, and I'm excited to have them. So feel good about the crew this summer. We're going to be mowing for the next month with the moisture and the heat we got now, especially the next 2 weeks before Memorial Day. Leading up to that, we'll be mowing every day. So getting going on that. Going down the parks themselves. Cultural study, Blacktail Dam. We had the guy, and I'm drawing a blank on the company's name, Wade, came through and did the cultural study yesterday at Blacktail for our trail. He said we're good to go. He's going to submit it. We'll be able to start moving forward with that trail project. Otherwise, Blacktail, the other thing we're going to work on is the golf course greens. The holes on the greens are, I don't know how to describe them. They're sagging around them. So they're, rather than being like this, they're like this. Yeah, it's like once you get within about 6 inches, it just rolls right in. So, but we're gonna try to see. We were out looking at them yesterday. Had some ideas on how to fix those. So that's gonna be one of our goals here in the next couple of weeks to work on. But otherwise, Blacktail, I mean, it looks good with all the water that it got. Everything's greening up nice. We got all of the roadblocks in the campground area in. County Highway has gone through and graded once, and I was gonna grab Dennis and didn't, but gonna talk to Dennis and wanna talk to him before I put those other roadblock, or those speed bumps, I said roadblocks, speed bumps. I wanna talk to Dennis before I went through and put those around the rest of the loop. But we have, I think 12 speed bumps to put up and signs to go accordingly to put them up there. And we've identified where we wanna put them, but I just wanna make sure Dennis isn't gonna go through again and grade it before Memorial Day.
There's, it's full of speed bumps now.
It is right now, isn't it? Yeah.
Graders.
Yeah. So we're gonna, we'll get those out, and otherwise it's, we've got, of our 5 seasonal campers, we've got 3 of them have moved in, and the other 2 are moving in this weekend. So they'll all be in, and ready to go. The beach is something there right now. The water's still really high. We'll do a lot of work on the beach, maybe just the couple days right before Memorial Day. But it's kind of a mess right now. We're gonna do the lane ropes, we're gonna do the swim ropes the end of this weekend, or this week, after. It's supposed to be cooler tomorrow and Thursday, and then warm up again Friday. We're targeting Friday to do those swim ropes. But we'll get those out before Memorial Day. But the beaches, the water, the high water levels really did a number on our beach.
Well, if you happen to talk to Game and Fish, you might want to mention to them that it's kind of tough when you have big boats. I mean, big boats. On Sunday, we're out there. Waves were coming up into people's yards, up toward their houses, washing out the beach even higher. And it's like, maybe we should wait until the water's down to normal level. I don't know if you happen to talk to them.
Okay, will do. So, but yeah, it's coming along. I mean, you still go out there. We still got, I mean, there's still cattails up in the campground area where we've gone through with our sand cat and raked them up, and we'll keep mowing them, and we'll get them away at some point. I mean, it's just we're still feeling the effects of the high water levels, but we'll get there. And like I said, we're holding off on the beach for just a minute, but before Memorial Day, we'll make it nice. I know that I've got one guy who's already that's already committed to donating some sand and getting it out there, but we're kind of waiting for road, holding off a little bit for road restrictions to go down so we can carry more sand at a time. Are they? Even better. Perfect. So, so he's gonna bring some sand out and we'll add sand. We need more, but we'll get that beach nice again. Otherwise, I think that's it. I think Blacktail, we're on our way. It'll be as long as the weather's nice, we'll have a full Memorial Day weekend for sure.
I have an answer for you, Brad. If I may, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
Brad, I have an answer for you. Concerning Jesse G. Google is great. It says Jesse has spent the last 4 years touring nationwide, opening for such greats as you young people probably won't know who this is, but Leonard Skinner and Bad Company, as well as the Working Woman tour with country icon Gretchen Wilson. So you might want to have the sheriff's department have twice as many deputies out there.
Yeah, I talked to Verlin about it again today. I emailed him before, but just making sure he knows. That would be, there we go.
Okay, Epping.
Epping, we already talked a little bit about the water quality there. The guys have already gone out and Corey Moen and the local VFW out there, they've kind of taken ownership of that beach. So Corey's already been out there and worked it a little bit. He's got a big sand deposit in his land. So he brings sand over and puts it on the beach for us. So Corey's already been on it, spent a couple days working on it. That beach looks pretty good already. Really appreciate him and the VFW down there. He always, every year, the last couple years, lined up a few guys and they've gone and worked on it and made it nice. So that beach is already in good shape. The park looks nice. I was driving through it yesterday. It looks green. Got a camp host. I got a camp host for Epping. I was really stressing that. And then I actually had a lady call me up and say, hey, my father-in-law just showed up at our house from Florida in his camper, and he wants to spend all summer in my driveway. How long can he stay at Epping? And so then I said, well, 2 weeks. And then, well, he's already out there. What if he left for a while, and can he come back? Yep, you have to leave for at least a day and come back. And then I went out and met him, and he's a retired maintenance guy, and he's planning on staying till fall. And he's going to be our camp host out there. Seems like a really good guy, spent his whole life taking care of property and grounds. So I was really stressed about that. I've had great camp hosts out there since I've started, and Epping's the one I worry about the most. We have the most problems with transients and whatnot. So really excited about the camp host out there. I do also have camp hosts at Little Egypt and Coda Ray. Little Egypt is a teacher in town, and then Coda Ray is the Sandbergs, who have done that the last 3 years for us, so they'll do a good job again. But Epping Springbrook, along with Little Egypt and Coda Ray, I've worked with Karen and the Water Authority. We've got all of the easements written up, and I've been in contact with all but one of the people I need to sign them. They're all in agreement to sign them all for no stipulations, nothing other than, I think we have written on it a $1 payment. So to get rural water hooked up to all of them. So I'm anticipating that next month we will have quotes to choose to do rural water at each of those 3 areas, or three parks. There's actually four projects, 2 at Coteray, and then 1 each at Little Egypt and Epping Springbrook. But all the landowners, like I said, I've been in touch with, they're all agreeable to sign that easement. I just have to get them to go find a notary and get it signed. So moving forward on that. What? You're a notary? All right, I might put you on tour. What? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I do have one for the water board. I'm presenting next month. Water board has one. They have some property we go over at Epping. And then we do have the one for the park board that we'll bring at the next meeting for they'll have to sign as well. Otherwise, I think, talked about, the water project at Epping. I think we're in good shape. Little Egypt, we have, County Highway brought gravel down for us last fall, and we have made all but 2 of the campsites at Little Egypt pull through. That was our goal before, to get them all. We have 2 that we still have to cut down a couple trees. The other nice thing, not only are they pull through, which make it nicer, the other thing is now that we've cut those trees out and connected them to be pull through, it makes that top end a lot more level. So when you're coming from the lakeside and driving up, it's still steep. It's steeper there, but then we have a longer area where it's leveled out. That's turned out really nice. We've got 2 more to do. We have to cut down some trees and get some more gravel down there. And we could use a ton of gravel in general. But that was something that was last year's project that we didn't quite get to. We got the gravel down and didn't get the gravel laid. We had the trees cut. And then Carter got out there this spring and got all the gravel pushed out, and it looks really nice. Really big improvement. When we put in those, a couple years ago, when we put in those new sites at the end, most of those were always the first ones to get reserved because they were pull through. And now that we've added these ones, it's just made, it's going to be really nice this summer. Way easier than trying to back up that steep hill that was always there. We had a couple of hydrants go bad last year. Broughton Plumbing is going to be down there at the end of this week or beginning of next week to fix those and to turn the well on, get the well up and running. I've already been down with met with the DEQ to go through startup procedures, met them down at the park and did that already. So we're in good shape, ready to go for water at Little Egypt. I think that's about it. I think that's good with Little Egypt. Lookout Park, I'm hoping that next month we'll have pricing to get everything done there. I'm hoping that's the path I'm on. So I keep trying to carve out time to make sure I keep up on that one. I think I want to get that park done. I want that park done, so all we have to do is mow it in the future and keep it nice. That's my goal for this summer. McGregor, not much has changed with McGregor. I don't know if I sent it out or not. I know I sent it to Dennis. We had a spot on that newer road they put in on the north side where I don't know what the term is, but underneath the road, the gravel was falling out. It probably went out 8 inches to a foot for a good 10, 12 feet, where the pavement is hanging over nothing because gravel got washed away. So I had Dennis out. I already got the word to Dennis, and I know Carter's been trying to backfill a little gravel into it, but I know Dennis has it on his agenda. Otherwise, I think that's the only thing going on with McGregor. And Coteray, I think I mentioned everything we got there too.
Okay.
I think
Anybody
that's
have any questions on the
all I
parks
know.
for Jeremy? All right.
Little Egypt's Little Egypt's beach looks awesome. I really consider myself lucky to be how much I get to go there and see how much the water and sand change. And it's just such a neat place. It's such a neat place to take kids right now. I mean, I have no doubt that with how the shallow water comes up in there, the carp are spawning, and you can go and, I mean, last year we went up, we walked up right next to them. I mean, hundreds of them. Just a neat place to go and take kids and see things and walk along the beach. Water's great. Water level's great right now to go out with your family. So lots of beach, no weeds.
Okay, looks like next meeting is June 24th. If there's nothing else good for the order, I guess we will adjourn at 9:40.
I'll draft a lease and send it to you.
Okay.
I mean, it's not gonna be like long, just try and make it.
Don't know what happened.
Hi, Shanna. We don't know what happened, but we miss you. Have a great day.
Oh, she never came back? I'm here.
Oh, she's here. Okay, we didn't know.
I hear you talking about the parks and the beach and,
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Shanna.
all right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.